What's going on, veterans? Today we're going to talk about secondary service connection or secondary service connected disabilities. Alright, the four things we're going to cover is what are secondary conditions, how are secondary conditions different than primary service connected disabilities, why secondary conditions are important, and how to win your secondary VA claims. So number one, what is secondary service connection? Secondary service connection is a condition that was caused or made worse by a primary service connected disability rated at 0% or higher. Alright, an example of this would be you are already service connected for a mental health disorder, right? Be it depression, anxiety, PTSD, any of the above. Alright, so you're receiving a 70% VA disability rating for mental health. Now the medications that the VA has prescribed to you have all of a sudden caused you to be suffering from acid reflux or GERD. So now as a result of this acid reflux, with the right diagnosis, evidence, and proper nexus, you can file a secondary claim for GERD and connect it to your primary connected disability, which is mental health. Number two, how is secondary service connection different than primary service connection? A primary service connected disability is a disability or condition that was caused or made worse by your active military service. So this is something that occurred in service. Let's say you hurt your back in service, right? You fell during a hike or a hump and you injured your back. You went to medical. They gave you some medications, gave you a diagnosis of whatever back injury that you suffered from, and they sent you to physical therapy. This is something that occurred while on active duty, and it's in your military medical records. This would be a primary service connected disability. Number three, why are secondary claims important? Secondary service connection is extremely important because these are essentially limitless, right? They snowball on top of each other. You can essentially file as many secondary claims as you want. You can either file secondary claims secondary to already secondary service connected disabilities. So let's say you have a mental health disorder that was secondary service connected to your primary tinnitus, all right? And as a result, that mental health disorder, you're prescribed medications that cause acid reflux. Now you can also file a secondary claim for acid reflux secondary to your secondary service connected disability, which is your mental health disorder. You see what I mean? You can continue stacking these on top of each other. I've talked about it in other videos, but secondary service connection is the key to 100%. Number four, how do you win secondary VA claims? Well, you're going to need three things. Number one is a diagnosis. Number two is current symptoms. And number three is you need to be able to prove that secondary service connected disability that you're trying to file a claim for was caused or aggravated by a primary service connected disability or another secondary service connected disability. And the way that you do this is by way of a NEXUS letter. The NEXUS statement is a doctor's professional opinion that on an at least as likely as not basis, your condition has been caused or made worse by an already rated condition at 0% or higher. This is your nexus, and this is essentially the link from the secondary condition to the primary condition. Now, when you guys file a claim for a secondary condition, some things that you can add to your claim that will help and assist the rater in their decision-making process is going to be obviously more medical evidence, anything that is in your records that relates to this condition, buddy letters by those that are around you that see how this current condition is affecting your day-to-day life, and a personal statement, right? This is your way of writing down everything and painting the picture of this disability and how it's affecting you. That is everything you need to know about secondary service connected disabilities. I hope this video helped you guys in some way. If it did, remember, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you guys real soon with more VA disability related content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. 7-5.